Hello Americans channel. This video is made by free videos from Storyblocks, and these images and video we use just for explanation and it's free use also.
When this woman opened fridge, her face turned pale. It was a quiet Sunday morning when Eliza decided to clean out the fridge. The kitchen, filled with the scent of fresh coffee and sunshine streaming through the windows, seemed the perfect place to start her chores. She wanted to clear space for the week's groceries. As she moved aside containers of leftover pasta and half-used jars of jam, she spotted something odd tucked in the back. There were several unmarked glass jars, all sealed tight. Curious, she pulled one out. At first, she thought it might be yogurt or some kind of homemade sauce. But as she looked closer, her brow furrowed. The contents were a translucent viscous fluid. Something about it made her stomach turn. She checked the others' 5 jars in total, all identical. Her heartbeat quickened. A sinking feeling formed in her gut. She had been married to Thomas for 7 years. She knew his habits, his quirks. But this was new. She stormed into the living room, holding one of the jars. Thomas was on the couch, sipping coffee, scrolling through his phone. He looked up and blinked. "What's that?" he asked, too casually. "You tell me," Eliza said, holding it out like it was a weapon. "I found 5 of these in the fridge." "What is this?" Her voice trembled between rage and disbelief. Thomas eyed, stood up, and took the jar gently from her hands. "It's semen," he said flatly, as if he were telling her the weather forecast. Eliza's jaw dropped. "What? Why? Are you sick? What are you doing keeping it in the fridge?" "I'm not sick," he said quickly. "Look, I've been selling it. To a biotech company. They pay well. Really well. Thousands of dollars per batch, depending on volume and quality." Eliza was speechless. She stared at him, her mind scrambling for understanding. "So, you've been collecting this in our kitchen, right next to our food, and selling it behind my back? Without telling me?" Thomas raised his hands in defense. "I didn't want to upset you. But it's perfectly legal, and it's a way to make money. It's for medical research, fertility treatments, maybe even genetic therapy." They were very clear about the ethics. "That's not the point, Thomas," she shouted. "You lied by omission. You kept bodily fluids in our refrigerator. You treated this like some side hustle while I was living in the dark. Do you even hear how insane this is?" Thomas tried to calm her down, but the damage was done. Eliza felt violated, her trust shattered, her home tainted. She had always thought they were a team. But this secret, bizarre and intimate, had driven a wedge between them. By the end of the week, Eliza had made her decision. She filed for divorce, citing betrayal and a breakdown of trust. No matter how much money Thomas made from his business, the intimacy they once shared had been cheapened. As she packed her things and walked out the door of the house they once called home, Eliza felt a cold clarity. Some secrets, she realized, don't just hide in the dark, they wait in the fridge, sealed tight, until they change everything.